Hello, everyone. Donald Trump likes his fizzy drink a lot. The US president downed some 12 Diet Cokes a day. That's according to the New York Times. That is a lot of artificial sweetener and caffeine.
But it's diet. Okay, Alice Benjamin, better known as Nurse Alice, is a board-certified clinical nurse specializing in cardiovascular health. She's author of Curb Your Cravings, 31 Foods to Fuel Your Appetite. I need that book. Okay, she joins us now. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Okay, let's start with the Diet Cokes. There was a study published earlier this year. It was in the American Heart Association Journal. And researchers found just one diet soda a day increased the risk for stroke. They also found that those who drank one a day were nearly 3 times as likely to be diagnosed with dementia. What's the risk from drinking 12 a day?
I know. 12 cans of diet soda is a lot. And if you think about it, it's actually more than a gallon of soda. And so although we're tricking our body thinking, oh, I'm going to have this sweet drink, no calories, chronic use of it can actually trick us. And so our body will say, you know what, I love that sweet stuff, but there's no calories. I need you to eat more, drink more. And so we're gaining weight. It increases our blood sugars. And actually, that's what puts us at risk for high blood pressure, stroke, diabetes, and dementia.
And is it a case of the more you drink, the more the increased risk?
Yes, it is. And everything in moderation, right? I love a Diet Coke every once in a while.
We like a Diet Coke.
Exactly, but the key is moderation, not 12 cans a day.
Okay. Good point. The president clearly likes his fast food as well. Back in 2002, he appeared in an ad for McDonald's. Take a look.
I don't know how you do it. I put together some really impressive deals. But this thing you've pulled off, it's amazing. A big and tasty for just $1? How do you do it? What's your secret?
It's actually a funny ad. There's also a new book out about last year's, sort of the inner workings of last year's campaign. Here's a quote. Trump's appetite seems to know no bounds when it comes to McDonald's, with a dinner order consisting of 2 Big Macs, 2 Filet-O-Fish, and a chocolate Malted. Trump's fast food diet is a theme. On Trump Force One, there were 4 major food groups: McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Chicken, pizza, and Diet Coke. Okay, so for a 71-year-old man, what are the health risks from that type of diet?
Oh my gosh, that's
what are not the health risks?
Exactly. Well, that's totally what he shouldn't be eating. For one, he's 71 years old. He has a very stressful job, so that alone puts him at risk for a lot of chronic conditions. Now you couple that with all that burgers, fried foods. I mean, a burger alone can be 600 calories by itself.
Filled with sugar, filled with fat.
And salt.
And salt.
So definitely a recipe for disaster, something he really shouldn't be eating. And with all of his resources, I would hope that he'd have a salad or something else of, lean meats, proteins, baked fish, something like that. Not the fried foods, not the burgers.
And this is also a president who doesn't get a lot of sleep. Maybe 5 hours a night. I mean, looking at his Twitter feed, he's up all through the night tweeting about a whole bunch of stuff. So, I know that as you get older, you don't need as much sleep, but 5 hours a night, whilst he's still in this job, seems like it's not enough.
Well, that's definitely not enough sleep. The average adult should get anywhere from 7 to 9 hours of sleep, and it could be attributed to his diet. So when you're eating fatty foods, lots of sugar, and then he's drinking all of these sodas.
The caffeine.
Absolutely. It's weighing down on the body, and those things can influence your sleep. And then also in those caffeine, in the sodas, there's lots of caffeine. So that's going to keep him wired. It's going to contribute to the insomnia. So definitely not the type of diet that he needs to stay healthy and be in an optimal health state to make all these important decisions.
Because this is a tough job. We've seen presidents age before our eyes.
Yes.
We watched Barack Obama age, Bill Clinton, and George W. Bush. And we've also seen this president, he's looked tired at times. There was a G7 summit in Sicily. All the other leaders, walked the 500 yards to the pool photo area. Donald Trump took a golf cart. And then there is also this reporting from last year. Mr. Trump apparently gave up exercise because he believed the human body was like a battery with a finite amount of energy, which exercise only depleted.
No.
For a start, that's not true. But what is the impact here of no exercise at all.
Right, so those were all the wrong answers. So he definitely should be exercising. And according to the American Heart Association, the average adult should participate in about 150 minutes. So 5 days a week, 30 minutes of activity. It's very important. It helps us to circulate oxygen-rich blood to our body. It makes our heart healthy. It helps drop the weight. It helps burn calories so we don't pack the pounds on around our waist. And so he should be exercising. And it's sad to see that he's given up on exercise, because I bet you exercise and a little bit change in his diet would make a big difference from him. He'd probably sleep a lot better, he'd lose some weight, and he'd probably be a lot more attentive in some of these events.
Well, he'd also have that endorphin release that you get from
Absolutely.
exercise. It might make him a little bit happier, put him in a better mood.
Right.
So, you know, if you're Melania, the First Lady, or, you know, Ivanka, the First Daughter, you know, how can they change his habits? Because this is a very determined man who is set in his ways.
Right, he is very determined, and I see this a lot. I'll see patients, and it's really important to have a support group. So whether it's your daughter, your wife, your neighbor, someone. So
your four-star general who happens to be the chief.
Absolutely, but this is the president, so he probably has a private chef. Yeah. He probably has a trainer at his beck and call if he wanted to use it.
He's a billionaire.
Absolutely. So he definitely needs to surround himself with people that are going to make sure that he's making healthy choices. And this might be a case where they need to practice some tough love and say, look,
good luck.
Look, President Trump, I'm sorry, I know you're the president of the free world. However, we're going to swap this soda for a
they
glass
can't
of
stop him from
water.
tweeting. I don't think he's going to eat carrots.
No.
We'll see what happens.
Maybe I can tweet him some healthy recipes and some recommendations.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yes.
Good to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let us know how you get on with that.